Get the training session started. All right, guys. Uh, First off, thanks for being here. Liam King here with Signal Dynasty VIP. Gonna get this session started now. Going over the red and purple arrow software created by Josh Walker. And the red arrow alerts, they actually spot out minor reversals within currency pairs, aiming for 15 to 30-minute reversals. Sort of like right here. This was actually right before the market closed, and you can see it was near the linear channel, which is this red line right here, and the arrow was also breaking Bollinger Bands. So that is pretty much the ideal setup. The other ideal setup is when they send out the price alert. The red and purple arrow software, the red and purple arrow softwares are coded where they actually send you a price to get in at and the currency along with the expiry 15 to 30 minutes and if it's a call or a put. So when you guys do get access to the software, make sure you go to Control O and then click the little notifications button, and then you want to enable push notifications. And then you just want to once you've downloaded it on your phone, I think it has to be an iPhone or an Android. Once downloaded, you'll go to settings on your phone, and then you'll find your MetaQuotes ID, and then you'll just add it in to your this little spot right here. And then from there, you'll send out a little test. Look at journal for more information. And I just received a text message right there. It's very, very quick. I'm not too sure how fast, but yeah, it's under 10 seconds for notifications. And so pretty much anytime an arrow appears, you're going to get the warning. And then if it actually is a stronger signal, it's actually going to give you the price to enter at along with the expiry, currency, and the direction, call or put. For the call positions, those are going to be meaning the price is bullish, it's going to increase, and the put positions meaning the price is going to go down, bearish candles. So that's what we do look for. You are pretty much at this point just looking out for the alerts that it sends out. Um, Down the road, we are expecting to connect MT4 straight to GroupMe. So instead of having to have MT4 open all day, you'll actually be able to just receive our GroupMe messages from one MT4. So everybody would be receiving the same price. Quick thing, when you do download MT4 Pepperstone, make sure to download Demo 02. Demo 02 is it's actually a little bit better, and the pricing is actually a little bit closer to Boss Capital's. That's the ideal platform that we use. Sorry. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been asking about broker accounts. Um, we would only recommend Boss, but at this point, they actually don't take U.S. clients. So the only for that issue, the only thing we can actually recommend for U.S. clients is going to be Nadex. And we actually haven't tested. I think we tested it with the 5-minute software, but we actually haven't tested Nadex for the 15 to 30-minute software. So that would be something we have to test in the future. It is ideal though for Boss Capital. I know CT Options works well with the signals. Bloomberg, Sell Binary. A lot of your major brokers have the 15 to 30-minute trades, and that's what we're doing right here. We also do use our 15-minute strategy. You'll see these indicators down here, RSI, ASI, stochastic. Those are just a couple of the overbought, oversold indicators we use, just to help along with the arrows. Also filter out some of the arrows that don't supply a price. Pretty much if the arrows don't give you a price, you really just want to basically confirm it with Bollinger Bands and the linear channel. The way you use the linear channel is you want the price to be at least breaking linear channel or near the linear channel. We also have the Camarillo alerts on here. These are going to be very good for support and resistance. Obviously, when price is below this level, it's going to be a resistance point, pushing price back down. And when price is above these levels, it's going to support the price, bring the price back up. And you can see that's what it kind of did here. It gave us a red arrow, which had a price at 8333 or 33, and then it actually went down for 5 minutes, closed at the very bottom right here, and then for the next 5 minutes, it looks like it opened a little bit lower, started to push down, and it actually supported. It was the price was supported right here. It was brought all the way back up, and actually passed its open, and it went all the way up here within this 5 minute candle, and then it pulled all the way back, and this is the close. The top of the green candle is going to be where price closed at. And then, oh, excuse me. And then the next 5 minute candle opened up right here. Let me get, you can't see the price, but it opened right here, and it looks like it actually didn't even go bearish at all. It remained bullish throughout the whole 5 minute period. And you can see the close was 3-4. So you've got a 3-3 to 3-4. So this one would have won by about a pip. It would have been a very, very close trade. You do want to be a little bit more careful when trading near the market close. Also with this system, we try not to trade 20 minutes before major news releases and 10 minutes after major news releases, as well as trading 10 minutes before the end of the hour, 10 minutes after the hour. So, the last rule doesn't necessarily apply to the 15-minute strategy. Avoiding the end of the hour trades, that's mainly for the 1 minute, or excuse me, the 5 minute system, based off the 1 minute chart. And we're going to get to that one real soon. For now, we're going to go through the 15 and 30-minute trades. And like I was saying, the linear channel, it only lasts 175 candles. That's the settings we have it to. But when you are watching up to date, you're just going to want to make sure it is breaking Bollinger Bands and at least near the linear channel. And that's going to be good for like a 15-minute call to a 30-minute call. Oops, sorry. And let's see if we can find another one. 5, 10, 15. See, this one, it actually did lose. Maybe the 15. I mean, everything pretty much was up there except the ASI. So it really didn't look like a bad arrow. The only thing you would have to verify would be the linear channel, which are the red lines. And also, the blue line right here, this is actually just a trend line that was drawn from previous highs and previous lows. We do like to include price action in with our system as well. That's that's pretty typical though. I mean, you do want to have support and resistance. You want to have some form of trend so you know if you're going against trend, going with trend. That's also how we determine how long we're placing these trades for. Usually if we're going against the trend, we'll take it for about 15 minutes. And usually if we're going with the overall trend, we'll take it for a longer expiry, 20 to maybe even 30-minute expiry. And it also does depend on your broker's expiries. You do have to work with the broker's expiry and when the arrow appears. Let's see, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, this one won as well. And if you're wondering about the win ratio, this is actually set for 15-minute trades based off the red arrows. It actually, the win counter can only count one indicator at a time. And for now, it's just the red arrows. But you can see the purple arrows, we do take those very seriously as well. They win all the time. 164 closed at 2-0, so it moved up by about 4 pips. A little bit of lower volume, still didn't look bad. Here's another one on the EU. This one also won. We also have a red one. This is a good. The good thing about this signal right here is it actually was completely out of Bollinger Bands. So when you have an arrow and you have the candle completely outside of Bollinger Bands, that's usually a pretty good sign. As long as the Bollinger Bands aren't coming out of like a major squeeze or they aren't still squeezing. that's when you want to be a little bit more careful. The main thing that I would say the main opposition to our strategy is going to be trading around the news and trading the Bollinger Band squeezes. I'm telling you guys, if the top Bollinger is pointing upwards and the bottom Bollinger is pointing like directly down, those are the trades you're going to want to avoid, or just place more for like a half risk. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, see this one also won. 9-1 would have been the close, so you would have entered right there, and then 1, 2, 3. The close would have been 9-3-1. So that one would have won by about 2 pips. Not the biggest move. You also do have to account for volume as well. While trading this system, we mainly like to trade in the major sessions, which would be like London session, New York session, and the Asian session. Those are going to be the best times to trade the system. When you do have, I would say like the market dead hours, which would be like my time from like 9 to 10 to like 1. I would say those are kind of like the dead time. You really do want to be a little bit more careful trading when there's no volume. It's a lot harder to predict when there is little movement within the market. Yeah, that's another one that won for 15. Yeah, see, so even though the red arrows are for 15 to 30, the purple ones they also do work for 15 to 30. Got them both programmed to where they provide the price, the expiry, and the asset. Euro US dollar would be the asset in this one, or currency pair. And let's see. See, this one actually did lose. We got our first loser for the purple arrows. You can see 5-10, so it was winning, and then it actually dropped down. Let me remove the volume bars. And that's Control L just to pull up the volume bars. But you can see this one did actually lose. It was breaking Bollinger's. It was actually near, I think that's a R2 as well, R2 level, which is a resistance level. During this time, it would be like a support level, but you can see 736, 15 minutes later, 7-0, so it lost by about 3 pips. There was this one again. This one was completely outside of the Bollinger Band. We had a purple arrow. 5, 10, 15, even 30 would have been very nice on that one. It really just, I would say, depends. And the market's ranging, it's really more or less up to you and your broker's expiry when the market's ranging. If you're not going against the major trend or not going with a major trend, it's more or less up to you, just whatever you feel best with. Also, while trading the system, we do like to use the M15 chart. This would be kind of like a good example. Let me see. Let me mark these down real quick. Let's see. This is at 2320. Yeah, so you can kind of match up the time frames. Uh, the only thing is here the Bollinger Bands. The Bollinger Bands are pretty much saying that there's low volume within this market. This is when you want to be very careful, especially trading around the market close. Same as the market open, you want to be a little bit more careful, especially during the market open. A lot of times it will like to fill the market gaps, so just be a little bit more cautious. Now we're going to switch to the M1 time frame. Let's do AU. I think AU is what we used earlier. And we do like to have on the double Bollinger Bands as well as the linear channel. This is what I was talking about. This is for the 1 minute system. Ideally, with the purple arrow system, you're going to be taking 5 minute trades based off the M1 chart. And you can see we've got double Bollinger Bands on here. The double Bollinger Bands are on there just to pretty much look out for the Bollinger Band squeezes. A lot of times the price will get caught in between the first Bollinger Band and the second Bollinger Band. And when you've got both of your Bollinger Bands doing like pretty much pointing up or pointing down, that's how you're going to filter out the squeezes. You can see though for 5 minutes, this red arrow, it was breaking Bollinger Bands. It was kind of coming out with a squeeze, so that's the only thing. You can see right there, it got caught in between the Bollingers. It actually pulled back, and then excuse me, it found support off the 7 EMA. And you can see eventually it shot out a red arrow for 5 minutes. That would have been a very nice trade. Was also breaking our linear channel. Same as this purple arrow down here. You can see a close. Let's see. The arrow closed at 7-3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 7-3, 7-5, about 2 pip move right there. And that would have also won for 5 minutes. Here's another good example. Let me take off Bollinger so we can see a little bit more clearer. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So you're gonna have a close of 7-8, and you would have entered right at looks like 7-5. So that's about a 3 pip move. And this is with, like I was saying, with the 5 minute system, these are going to be based off of the 1 minute chart, taking 5 minute expiries. And you do want to filter out some of the arrows with the linear channel and the Bollinger Bands. Let me zoom in a bit so we can get a little bit more. Okay, that was that. There we go. You can see this is kind of like a tag team double confirmation. We got a purple and a red pretty much on the same candle difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that one would have closed that right here. So 7-1, 6-8, 6-8-5. That's pretty good. About about 3 pips. Yeah, 3 pip win right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like we ran into our first loss. This one would have lost by just a hair. It looks like 7-5, 7-6. Yeah, it lost by about a pip. And if you would have actually waited an additional minute and then placed the trade, it would have been a very nice one. It just didn't turn quick enough. You'd have to double check the Bollinger Bands and the linear channel to see why it lost exactly. That's the main thing you're gonna run into is the Bollinger Band squeezes. As long as you can look out for those pretty easy, you should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is one of those just lost in the last minute. You really couldn't help it right there. It did look good as well. 1, 2. Yeah, even a 2 minute trade would have lost. Just gotta be a little bit more careful. I think this one actually won. 9-12 to 9-12. Yeah, this is the one that tied. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would have been a very close one. I know you do want to add on Bollinger Bands. Make sure it's set on 2.0 Bollinger Bands. That's what we like to use. And it didn't look bad. The only thing was it was kind of coming out of a pinch. You can see right here it consolidated a lot and then it started to squeeze and break out, or tried to at least, but it did end up finding on this area. Definitely, and then it started to rise up near the pivot. And pivot point is part of the Camarillo levels that we use. The S1, S2, S3, R1, R2, R3. Yeah, there's another 5 minute winner. Like I was saying, the reds actually haven't been back tested on the 5 minute or the 1 minute chart. They've only been back tested on the 5 minute chart, taking 15 to 30 minute trades. So for the red arrows, for now, we're just gonna use those as like a second confirmation. I have been placing some trades off of them, just depending how the currency looks and also how the indicators look. Even though this is our 15-minute strategy, I do like to use it while watching the 1 minute system. It acts as like a secondary filter for the arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that one would have been a close one. That one looks like this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one would have been loser. Yeah. There's really no set expiry for the reds, but it looks like a 5 would have won here. It looks like a 5 would have lost here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And quick thing, you are placing these at the 55th second. That's right as the candle is closing. So we're on the 1 minute chart. We're placing, if we had an arrow up here, we would wait until the 55th second. So pretty much 5 seconds before the candle is closing. And then we'd be placing that 5 minute trade. Same thing goes when you're watching the M5 charts. Let's pull up, for example, CHF So say we have the arrow appear. Let's say it just now appeared. Let's scroll back here. Let's say the arrow just appeared. So we would actually be waiting until the 5 minute cycle is over. We would be waiting an additional 2 minutes. So we'd wait until 6:25, and then we would place the trade. Ideally, we'd probably be placing the trade at 6:24 on the 55th second. Just as we do the 1 minute system, or I keep saying that, just as we do the 5 minute system, going off the 1 minute chart, long term, you want to wait until the 5 minute chart's about to close. I would say anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds before the 5 minute chart is closing, and that's going to be for the arrows that don't provide a price. When it does provide a price, you want to make sure you get that price, which would probably have to be more of like a instant thing, honestly. A lot of times though, you will see a little bit of pullback, so it's not like we're sending out. I don't want to say that, but it's not like we're sending out prices. Yeah, I don't want to say that either. I'll say this: the prices we send out are actually they're really simple prices to get in at. It's not like an impossible price. I'll say that. I don't want to say anything else. But yeah. Let me see if I can find. We're on the M5. See if we can find some good ones. Oh yeah, I think this was actually one of the signals we did. I think it was yesterday, Thursday. We shot this one out. Nice little winner. And then we did actually, before I forget, we did actually send out our one signal today, and that was the GBP CHF. Let me pull it up. And yeah, GroupMe is where we send out the SMS alerts. Yeah, we've not really been sending them out as much due to the fact that all members now have access to the software. The software is pretty much automatic as long as you have your MT4 turned on. Now we're going to pull GBP CHF, and for this one we're actually going to switch to the M15 chart. This is the chart we were watching when we decided to call this trade out. And as you can see, it actually gave us a price of 110. That's the price that we flung out. And then we also shot out our one, I think it was, yeah, 140. It said, yeah, like a micro pip up. That's where we shot it out, 140. And that was the price we entered on Boss Capital. So not only were we able to copy and paste it, we were also able to send out the price we got in at, which was actually a little bit higher. And judging from the M15 candles, we decided to take it down for 2 candle expiry, which is a 30-minute trade at the time. And also that worked out perfectly because that was the only expiry that Boss Capital had. You can see though we were actually out of the money, just as last time when it pushes all the way up here, it means price is actually up there during this 15-minute candle. Price actually it opened right here and then it shot all the way up to the high right there, and but it then reversed like it was supposed to, and then closed at 039. And then from there it went up a little bit, it went down a little bit. Overall though, it went down about a pip, and that's where it closed at. So you can see 03 would have been the end price, and 110 or 11 to 03 was the entry price. And yeah, so that won by about it depends. This one won by about 7 or the 8 pips. Yeah, 8 pips. This one won by about 8 pips. But if you had gotten in at the 140 price that we also sent out, it would have been like pretty much right at 10 pip win. Yeah, usually we do like to confirm having arrows on multiple charts, and this one actually kind of did, but the arrow was actually 15 minutes early. It was just a hair early. You can see we actually entered, I think it was right here. I think it was it right here? Yeah, yeah, you can see 11110. Yeah, I think that's right where we entered. Ooh. But yeah, that was a pretty smooth signal, and that was also sent out to our Skype chat. Let me pull it up. Yeah, it was also pulled sent to the Skype chat. But like I was saying, we've actually not been sending out the manual signals as much, pretty much because the software is now automated. As long as you, like I was saying, as long as you have the MT4 pulled up and turned on, you're going to be receiving the alerts. And quick thing, Monday through Friday for the trial, the software, I believe it ran, I think Josh was saying 59 to 18 or 17, but it ran right at 77%, which is pretty good considering you need about, I think it's 63 to 67% to profit. That's pretty much all you need. So if you were taking just about every arrow with price, you would be well in the money. And yeah, quick thing we're gonna go through. We went through the group me. We're gonna go through the file section. And in the file section, we have a bunch of files. Yeah, Signal Dynasty software breakdown, purple arrow template. Then you're gonna get the red arrows and the red arrow template, as well as our 15-minute strategy, links for setting up GroupMe, join.me. This is all going to be available once you join as well as the purple arrow and red arrow software. And we also do our live training and live trading sessions, which are usually 3 to 4 times a week, depending on market conditions. This is like a little breakdown. Like I was saying, we actually haven't been doing the signals as much due to all of our members having the software automatically. Once it's all automated, it's pretty simple. Like I was saying, the next step is we're actually going to connect GroupMe API to mine or Josh's MT4. That way, nobody will have to have their MT4 turned on to receive the signals. It will all be through GroupMe. And this is what we've been doing to pretty much interpret which one won and which one lost. Gives you a visual. And this is from pretty much the start of the day to the end of the day. You can see 8 and 1 that day, and you can see some of the moves that captures though. Some of these are very big trades. Some of them are around news as well though, so you do have to be a little bit more careful. And here's a couple of the in the money trades that we've had. And we do have from our, I forgot to bring this up, for our manual signals, we've actually been running, it's right at 68%. And that's 100, I believe it's 189 wins. I can pull it up real quick. Yeah, manual signals, which started, I think it was November. And then we took a break, and then we started back in February. But we're actually at 188 wins to 89 losses. So about 100 more wins than losses. And I believe the ratio is right at 68 or 69%. But yeah, the software that we're using now actually has a higher ratio. It's going to be anywhere from 70 to 80%. Or I think Josh tested it at 85%. Either way, it's just know 7 out of 10 of those trades are most likely going to be winners. Let me see real quick. Yeah, this was from one of our weeks not too long ago. This was when we actually just introduced the Red Arrow software. You can see it was a very good week. This was 14 winners and 3 losses. And eventually we are going to have just about, once we connect it to GroupMe, our API to MT4, we're going to actually be updating this daily with all the wins and losses. Like I was saying, overall, I think there was around 60 wins this week and 15 to 19 losses, somewhere around there. I'd have to check the Facebook post that Josh did, but it's running right at, I think right at 77%, which is pretty good. Did anybody have any questions at all regarding the 5-minute software or the 15 to 30 minute software. That's not good. But yeah. Ooh. And yeah, I can flip through some of the ratios. Some other currencies work better than others. Like I was saying, you do want to be filtering with our 15-minute strategy, as well as the linear channel, which is the red lines, and then Camarillo levels, which are these F1 and F2s, and then Bollinger Bands. Really, you do want to check out the Bollinger Bands. Just make sure it's not coming out of a squeeze. Like I was saying, one of the main challenges we have is filtering out those squeezes. Some of the euros, for example, even with the Greece crisis in the past, I think at 2,000 candles in the past 3 days, they've been running very high. And this is even with the Greece crisis, whatever's going on over there. Yeah, you can see some of the ratios though, and some of the signals. I think this one did shoot out a price, but this one was a loser. It was either GA or EA, one of those. Yeah, this gives you an idea though what you're going to be receiving when you do join. Like I was saying, the purple arrows actually aren't recorded on here. This is just the red arrows, my winners to losers. This is for the red arrows on 15-minute trades. Just a few things that we provide. Did you guys have any questions at all? Probably about to wrap up the session for now. We will be back. Most likely, we may actually do another training session Sunday before the market opens, or during the market open. Really just depends on volume and if we're available. Yeah, that pretty much breaks down the 15 to 30 minute software and the 5-minute software as well. Let me switch to an M5. There we go. And yeah, for now the cost is going to remain the same. It's just going to be a simple 100 monthly. Yeah, and I know there is talks of a price increase, but if you are grandfathered in, you'll never receive a price increase. Oh yeah, that's pretty much the breakdown of the software. And like I'll quickly go over the things that you do get when you join Signal Dynasty VIP. It's going to be pretty much all of our indicators and templates, as well as the purple arrow software, the red arrow software, our training and trading sessions, which are usually 3 to 4 a week. That's good to hear. That's what we love to hear. Love seeing people do good. And the crazy thing is, like this software, we knew it was good, but we actually didn't know with the prices it sends out. We didn't know it was gonna be pretty much automated like it is. Like I was saying, you connect yourself to MT4, and I mean it's pretty much go time. Yeah, you heard it over. I think Josh was saying 59 winners this week. That's a huge amount of wins. There was even one. I think it was yesterday. Even though it was a slower day for me, I still made over $60. And this is it right here. Kind of gives you a little breakdown of the signals. But yeah, the main thing I trade though is going to be the 15 to 30 minute signals. I usually don't trade the short term. We used to trade the short term way back before Boss had its update. Boss Capital actually used to have it to where it would send out a price change if there was serious price fluctuations or price differences. But now they've updated it to where it's a bit more funky. So usually we just stick to the longer term. We used to do lots of 60-second trades, but now we just keep it usually to the longer term. And yeah. And like I was saying, we do like to include price action. Make sure you guys, even if you guys don't join, and you guys are looking to become more profitable in trading, looking to price action, trend lines, Fibonacci bid, support slash resistance levels. These are the key things you need while trading. And of course, if you don't have proper money management and the right emotional mindset, that's pretty much just gonna wipe you out, regardless of how good your strategy is. You've got to have great money management and a calm mind while trading. You can't get emotional after one loss. You know, there'd be guys that would come in and we'd take one or two losses and they get frustrated. But you've got to have the mindset that you can lose those trades. Anything is possible in trading. Just like it's possible to hit a 10 win streak. It's also possible to hit a 10 losing streak. That's why you've got to limit your risk. If I take 2 to 3 losses in a row, usually, or yeah, I'll say if I take 3 losses in a row, usually I'm done after that. Don't like to keep on putting money in the market. Especially we're against the martingale strategies. I know a lot of groups like the martingale. We're completely against martingaling. We've seen the effects of it, and it's never good for the account. But yeah, yeah, this is the website signaldynastyvip.wordpress.com. Like I was saying, we also have the Facebook page. I would say this is our main go-to place. We have all of our files in here. Also the YouTube page. I can't forget that. Let me pull it up real quick. And you can see we used to have a lot more videos, but after we split with our previous company, we actually lost a lot of our content. Um, yeah, let me pull up Video Manager. And yeah, you can see we have a lot of training sessions, live software trading. This is some of the arrow results. And we also have a walkthrough, red arrow setup. I think we have the purple and red arrow training. I think we have the purple arrow setup as well. Let me scroll up. And then we do have the ASI training. Down the road, there are going to be more videos pretty much based on the indicators that we use. You can pretty much see how we do use our indicators though. Playing off of the asset or the currency being overbought or oversold. Yeah, that's really good though. I like how the software it's really maintaining even during the Greece crisis, the China stocks, whatever's going on over there. I mean, it's still maintaining a very high ratio, and it's all out there too. You guys had full access to this the entire week, this entire week. But yeah, I'm really excited. Did you guys have any additional questions? Anything at all? Quick thing, we do recommend trading usually 1 to 3% of your account balance, or 5% at most per trade. And usually, if we can see an account increase of 5 to 10%, that's usually when we'll stop trading. After a 5% account increase or like a 10% account increase. I mean, that's really all you need a day. 5%. But yeah. You guys have seen the YouTube page, the group me, our Skype chat, and you've also seen the website. Yeah, if you guys do have any further questions, just make sure to get in Signal Dynasty. You can just write something, or you can just message myself, Liam King, or Joshua Walker. He's the other admin that's in Signal Dynasty. Alright, guys. About to wrap it up. Like I was saying, if you do have any questions, now is the time, or just get with me and Josh or post it on the page. Oh, you can also message us at it's signaldynasty at gmail.com. And that's going to be our email address. Alright, guys. Thanks for being here. And like I said, if you do have any questions, make sure to get at us. Y'all have a great weekend, and thank you for being here.